Gold bars are all the rage nowadays, especially with Costco creating a buzz by selling some. But are gold bars worth buying? Are there certain types you should avoid versus another? Are counterfeit gold bars more prevalent than counterfeit gold coins? We will dive into some of these answers today. Hey everyone, welcome to Campbell's Coins. There are many reasons to like and buy gold bars, and the purpose of this video is to give you some pros as well as cons to see if it's beneficial for you to buy them compared to gold coins. I live in the United States, and the pros and cons I list applies to the buyer or the seller here in the United States. Outside the US, you might find that these don't necessarily apply to you, so you just have to do some research to see what applies and works for you. Gold bars are often much cheaper than gold coins. Well, I shouldn't say much cheaper. Most gold bars are cheaper than price than their coin counterpart, no matter the size. Often $45 to $60 cheaper when you're looking at the 1 ounce size. The larger the gold bar size, the smaller this premium becomes. Another aspect that doesn't necessarily pertain to price but is important to mention are assays. Nearly every new gold bar that you purchase will be sold in an assay, unless someone has taken it out of the assay. The assay is a hard plastic wrapping of sorts that identifies a number of factors about the gold bar: the brand, the gold purity, and the weight. Other mints go above and beyond the minimum and add a serial number, and some even do a security feature, which oftentimes is rendered useless once someone removes the gold bar from the assay. Very few gold coins come in an assay, and most will be sold in a raw form. Assays are great for the previously mentioned reasons, but also because the plastic helps protect your bar from scratches and handling. Gold is a very soft metal, and scratches, dings, and dents very easily. There is a size of gold bar for every budget, but you will pay a higher premium for the smaller pieces. There is literally a gold bar size for every budget out there, from a gram up to a kilo, and in some instances, even bigger. This is another thing that sets the gold bars apart from the gold coins: the size variety. There are gold coins over 1 ounce, but they are not that common. In fact, it's pretty rare to see them. But there are plenty of gold bars over 1 ounce in size. And gold bars come in the standard 1/10 ounce, quarter ounce, half ounce, and full ounce size. But more commonly, they are minted in odd at least to us Americans, gram sizes like 1 gram, 2, 2.5, 5, 10, 20, 37.5, 50, 100 grams, and so on. Gold bars are easily recognized and admired all over the world, especially in regions where sovereign coins are not minted. Many of these folks prefer gold bars, especially outside the US. And there are some very unique and neat designs with special releases and low mintages done by various mints every year. Many people are partial to specific gold coins and generally stick to stacking just those coins, especially if it's the sovereign coin of their nation. But folks will buy all sorts of varieties of gold bars, although some can be partial to specific brands for bars as well. Selling gold bars outside the US is easy, as bars are sometimes preferred to coins, especially when folks want pure gold and you're trying to offload gold eagles or gold Krugerrands, and those are not pure gold. As with everything, come some drawbacks, and gold bars have a few. There are many counterfeit gold bars out there. If counterfeiters replicate government bullion, there are harsher penalties versus non-government bullion. Does this dissuade the counterfeiters? Who knows? I've seen counterfeit gold rounds, I've seen counterfeit pre-33 gold coins, and I've seen counterfeit gold bars. But I have not seen counterfeit American gold bullion coins. I am not saying that these do not exist, I just haven't seen them. Counterfeiting gold bars is fairly easy compared to coins. It's often a generic and lackluster design in a rectangular shape. Less work is involved in counterfeiting a bar over a coin, and when the penalties are less harsh for bars, it makes more sense for counterfeiters to attempt those. This last point is double-sided and refers back to the first point in the pro section. Cheaper price doesn't mean better. Here in the United States, gold bars are somewhat popular, but not as popular as coins. If you were to ask a dealer which sells more, they would tell you the coins do. In order to move gold bars, the seller needs to lower their price to be more appealing to the buyer over the coin. And just look at gold bars on every bullion dealer's website. Unless it's a special release, it will be lower in price than the coins. A local coin shop, known as an LCS, will buy gold bars for under spot, while an American Eagle or American Buffalo, they will give you slightly over spot in most instances. The differences between buying and selling a bar versus a coin might be the same in the end. What I'm saying is the premium percentage when you buy and when you sell might be the same respectively for bars and coins. This is why I don't often argue this point as a pro or a con for bars or for coins. The coin might edge out the bar just slightly though. And this is why I focus on liquidity and demand rather than price. There is slightly more liquidity for gold coins in America, and certainly more in your favor buying or selling a gold coin when gold demand is high and when it is low. To me, there is one time when buying gold bars is slightly more beneficial, and that is when gold demand is very high. When gold demand is incredibly high, like we saw a year ago, the premiums on coins shoot up dramatically, but gold bars remain somewhat reasonable. When demand is up, it makes more sense to buy bars, but in the end, it's always better to own coins. Here in the US, there are bullion reporting requirements for dealers. If an individual sells a specific amount of gold bars or a specific amount of certain gold coins, those transactions are required to be reported to the IRS. This will be different, of course, if you reside outside the US. This reporting requirement is different from capital gains tax and a point that people often mix up. But if you're of the mindset where the less the government knows, the better, then gold bars might not be right for you. Or you can just sell these under the threshold to avoid the reporting requirements. I like things with less red tape and issues. Gold is a buy and hold asset. So you should be thinking down the road at what your position will look like in the future and ask yourself, will the government be more restrictive or less when I'm trying to sell some of my gold? If you decide that you want to buy gold bars, I would stick with low mintage and uniquely designed bars like this one from PAMP. The chances for it to be fake is there, but it's smaller than this PAMP design, which is used year after year after year. This is why I've always advocated buying from a legitimate source who tests their gold and silver with X-ray machines. I don't know where or from whom Costco sources their gold bars. I'm not saying the bars they are selling aren't legit, but I would be more comfortable buying from a credible source, even if I'm paying a little bit more. Peace of mind often trumps a few bucks. Stacking Channels would buy a gold bar from a guy at a gas station if it was $20 less than a real one from a legit source. Many are just so hung up on buying as close to spot as possible, it's very mental. Peace of mind doesn't have a cost. If you bought a gold bar or a coin from a source and now you're questioning its legitimacy, your coin shop can test it for you non-invasively for a small fee or even for free. So which do you prefer? Gold bars, gold coins? Are you outside the US? Do you reside within the US? What are you seeing? This is going to change from region to region. Even within the United States, gold bars, it's kind of like coins. Certain coins in certain regions are more popular. Do you live in the United States and you prefer gold bars? If so, tell us why. Your time is your most precious asset, and I appreciate you spending it here with me. Thank you all for watching. This is Campbell's Coins, and that is my 2 cents.